Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to G-Rod Grills. My name is Gerardo and this is my channel. Today we're going to be making a tri-tip California style. I'm going to take it right back to where the cut originated from in Santa Maria, California. I'm going to cook it over some nice hot charcoal. It's going to be fantastic. But enough of this talking, let's get to cooking. Let's go.
All right, here we got our tri-tip. So you can see here the triangular shape that you would get out of a regular tri-tip. This side normally has a bigger fat cap. As you can see here, the butcher has kind of removed some of it, which is okay. On the other side though, we've got these little bits of silver skin all over the place, which we're going to remove. I'm going to try to keep this as close to Santa Maria style as I can. So from all the research that I've done, they all tend to leave the fat side on. I'm just going to trim up some of these little bits. So I'm going to leave this on, but I am going to trim out the silver skin on this side. So we'll see how this goes. Let's get some trimming. I'm just gonna do this side first here. This one will be easy. Not a whole lot. I'm just gonna take off some of this kind of papery film. It's not really removing the fat. Pretty much it on this side. Like I said, I'm gonna leave the fat cap on, or the bits of fat cap that are left on here. I'm gonna leave those on here, but then I'm gonna remove the silver skin on this side. Then take your time. You don't want to remove too much. It's about 2 to 4 pounds is your average tri-tip. So you can see this guy here is not as thick as some of the other ones, but you don't want to remove too much fat or too much meat. We'll just take our time going around. I'll speed this up for you and we'll see you when we're done. And there it is. So as you can see, I've trimmed off most of the silver skin. I've left a little bit of bits of fat that are on here. These are a little bit of hard fat that's on. It's okay. And that's it. So now we're gonna be we're ready to season. All right, so here we are. Now time to season this. We're gonna use somewhat of a basic Santa Maria seasoning, and what that is really your basic SPG. But we're also gonna add a little bit of oregano. We're gonna add some onion powder, some rosemary, some chili powder. Now you can use any kind of chili powder you want. Use cayenne, it's just a little bit of heat. In this case, I'm using a chipotle powder. I just wanted to get a little bit different flavor in there as well. The important piece here is that you have a 1-to-1 ratio between your salt, your pepper, your garlic, and your oregano. Those are all 1-to-1, and in this case, it's just over a tablespoon each. And for your chili powder and your rosemary is a teaspoon each. So also those two are on a 1-to-1 ratio, but obviously smaller than the other one. So, and that's pretty much it. So now that we've got them in here, I'm just gonna give them a little shake and mix. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a binder on this. If you're in California, you're probably gonna be using avocado oil. I'm not in California, so I'm gonna use olive oil. And you don't need that much, it's just enough to kind of give her a go. And you know this if you watch some of my other videos with binders. Just a little bit, just enough to get it going. And then you want to season liberally. And now we're just gonna season the other side here. Same thing, although it's already got a little bit of a binder, I'll add a little bit more. And you are all set. Now what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna wrap this in plastic, throw it in the fridge for at least 2 hours, and let this all these flavors kind of soak into the meat a little bit. Then I'm gonna take it out about half an hour before I'm ready to cook so that it can come up to temperature. So it's really important that that happens so that it cooks evenly throughout, so that the center is not overly cold and it doesn't take longer while the outside gets overdone. So again, I'm gonna wrap it up, then we're gonna put it back in the fridge and leave it there for a couple of hours until we're just about ready. At minimum 2 hours, you can go 2, 4. Normally I would even go overnight, but I didn't do this last night. So here we are. Wrap your meat. All right, so now we're gonna get our charcoal started here. We're gonna be using some Jealous Devil extra large briquettes. Let's get a full chimney's worth in here. Paraffin wax tube going in there. We'll let this go for about 20 minutes. We'll come back when it's nice and hot. All right, so here we are. We got our Jealous Devil charcoal in there, nice and hot. I can feel the heat here. We've had this sitting out on the counter for about half an hour or so, so it should be getting right close to room temperature. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sear it for 2.5, maybe 3 minutes on each side, and then I'm gonna move it off to the non-direct side. So I've got this split into 2 zones. Hot coals are on one side. Where the grates are, there is nothing there, and I'm not going to use the grates. I'll push the grates over once we're ready to do it. And then we're going to use our meter to get our temperature once it's ready to go. So let's get searing. Okay, now that we've got it all seared, what we're going to do is we're going to take this meter thermometer, we're going to put it into the thickest part of the meat. There's a line on the thermometer that tells you when to stop. Now I'm going to put it in here. Let it go until the thermometer tells me it's done. I'm probably going to come in about 15 minutes or so and give it a spin just to make sure we get even heat throughout. But I'm going to close the lid. I'm going to leave the vents open, so this is going to keep going hot. And we're going to go until it gets to about an internal temperature of about 120 to 125, and then we're going to pull it out and let it rest. All right, so there it is. There is our tri-tip. We'll take that out. So we seared this about 2.5 minutes per side. Then we let it kind of finish roasting on the non-direct side. As you can see, it's beautiful color. Now, if you look at a tri-tip here, we're gonna slice you here in a second. But if you look at the tri-tip, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this in the video, but tri-tip has 2 different grains. So this is running this way, and that's running that way. So what you want to do is you always want to cut against the grain. So easiest way to do it is to kind of find where the break is, which is right around here. So we're gonna slice it there. Hopefully you can see that, that's nice. And then, so this was like that. And the grain, like I said, this one's running that way. So we're just gonna turn it and we're gonna slice this way. And then this one, we're just gonna slice it across that way. Look at that. Beautiful tri-tip. Beautifully done, sear on all sides and medium rare in the middle. Well, let's give it a try. All right, so here we are. Time to give this a shot here. So first of all, if you like what you've seen here today, make sure you smash that like button. Please consider subscribing as well. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you drop them in the comments below and I'll get back to you on them. Now let's give this a go here. Santa Maria tri-tip, hot and fast. Really, you sear it and then you roast it. Hot and fast over charcoal, Jealous Devil charcoal, of course. And let's give it a shot. Just gonna. all the flavor you expect out of a tri-tip. Just fantastic taste. Lots of beefy flavor. It's juicy. You can see the juice is kind of coming out of here. It's great. Because it was done hot and fast, really important you let it rest for a good 20 minutes. I think this rested for about 20-25 minutes just to let it reabsorb all its juices, otherwise we'd be all over the board right now. But this is really, really good. It's amazing. It's really good. The chili powder, definitely you can taste it. It's there. The herbs that were in it also in it as well, but nothing's really overpowering. Very good. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And as always, we'll catch you on the next G-Rod Grills.